Introducing LEGO set 10366, the Tropical Aquarium or Fish Tank. This set consists of 4,154 pieces, and it's going to retail for a whopping $480 US, which for my fellow Canadians, that converts to 600 CAD. So evidently this set is super expensive, $480 US, 4,154 pieces. It's going to be available starting on November 13th here in 2025. The set is huge. It measures 20.5 inches or 52 centimeters wide, 36 centimeters or 14 inches tall. And then the depth is 36 studs, so just over 10 inches, because of course the base plate is 10 inches and that is 32 studs. How many gallons is that? I have no idea. I used to have a 30-gallon fish tank, and it was a little bit larger than this. So this is probably equivalent to maybe like a 25-gallon fish tank, but don't mark my words on that. This set offers a ton of different colors and interesting pieces that can actually move around. You can see the coral is actually moving there, and so is the fish and the crab, along with the treasure chest on the left side of the model. It will open and close. It looks brilliant in my opinion, but of course it is expensive. We do have this beautiful little crab here who can move in and out of the cave, which is all built with a studs not on top technique, and there's just so many interesting elements that are used in the set, such as the purple chef hats there. We've got some explorer hats in that vibrant green color. There's also some like mop tips, the coral reef elements, the crown pieces, and of course the fish builds look pretty good as well, but I will say this is lacking fish. There's not very many fish in this tank. It more so focuses on the coral aspect, which is actually pretty cool because there's so many different part types within there, and there's a bunch of elements that I've never seen before in the colors that are offered. And you can see all the gears on the base of the coral here, and when you rotate the knob on the side, the Technic elements will interact with that, and that's what powers the moving function. And there's also some more Technic elements spanning the entire back there, and that's how we can move the fish. So there's some technical aspects to this build, which I think is super cool. And then of course the crab will move in and out of the little cave there, his little home. So some authentic movements, which is a must. You could probably motorize those if you wanted. And there is a little treasure chest on the side there that's loaded full of gold, and that will open and close. But of course it won't bubble. A lot of the times you would see a bubbling treasure chest in a fish tank. But just have a look at some of these elements that are used in this set. These ones are pretty neat. Don't see them in that color very often, like the transparent pink. Then we have the coral pieces with the crown elements adapted to like the steering wheels there. Also the mop tips, look at that, there's some trans clear ones in there. And also the explorer hats in that nice vibrant green color, along with the chef hats in purple. It's sort of different. There's also some dark red large fern elements there, and also the bushes in lavender. And these really interesting curved style coral elements right down here. We also got some mop heads in sand green. And then those leaf elements, there's a bunch of different colors in that as well. There's like green, transparent green, trans clear, transparent pink. So there's just so many different colors and different types of pieces that were used to create the vegetation and coral reef in this set. It's actually really cool. And I also really like the fact that you've got the cave in the middle, a little bit of rock work and the vegetation all around with the moving features. And then we've got 4 fish. Maybe there could have been more, but I do like the scale that the fish are in. They're sort of presentable, and it's not overcrowded. And I like the fact that one of them actually has a moving feature. So what are my final thoughts on the Tropical Aquarium? You know, for what it is, I think it's really well executed. Definitely pretty expensive, despite there being over 4,000 pieces, and a lot of those elements are very interesting elements that you don't see very often, like the mop tips, the minifigure head decorations, like the explorer hats and the chef hats in purple. Super cool elements that probably have a little bit higher value because there's not very many of them. So there is that aspect of it. But I think for what it is, a fish tank for that much money is, it's pretty pricey. Now I used to have a fish tank, and you could probably start your fish tank hobby or your aquarium hobby for the same suggested retail price of this set, $480 or $600. Canadian dollars, but there's going to be no maintenance involved. Fish tanks are very fun. I always looked at my fish tank for a long time and admired the fish swimming around, but it was a lot of work and a lot of sort of disgusting work that had to be done every week, sort of like weekly maintenance. At least you wouldn't have to do that with your Lego set. But shoe on the other foot, I don't know if I'd be sitting there staring at my Lego set aquarium as much as I did with my real aquarium. Is this set on my radar? Like, am I going to be getting this set? Probably not, although it would be fun to pick up this set and like put it somewhere where you would put a fish tank. Be like, aha, I don't have a fish tank, I have a Lego fish tank, sort of like a talking piece and sort of unique. But I don't know if it really fits my collection. It's sort of a niche product. And I think Lego is giving us a lot of those niche style products lately. So I think people are either going to love this set or they're not going to like this set. And the people that love the set and are going to pick it up, I don't think that price point is going to scare them off just because there is 4,200 pieces and they're pretty unique. Maybe they could have shaved like a $50 or even $100 off the price point, but I think if you're going to get it, you're going to get it no matter what. Maybe, maybe not. Or you can always just wait for a good promotion or whatever it is, but it's all about budgeting and making sure that it fits within your collection. Now, what they could have done is they could have actually made this a Disney set, but then the price would go higher, even so, or more so. But they could have made this the Finding Nemo fish tank, like the fish tank in the dentist or the orthodontist's office. That would be super cool. You got Nemo, you got Gil, you got the puffer fish, you got all the crew there. I think that would be pretty fun. Then it would probably appeal to more people, right? Because you're like, oh, I'm a huge fan of Finding Nemo. I want to get this set now because it's a Finding Nemo set. It's not a fish tank set, it's a Finding Nemo set. So now it would appeal to both fish tank lovers and aquarium lovers and also Pixar Finding Nemo lovers as well. Now, something that we could do, and I don't know if it's the right scale, probably is, probably would work, but we could actually get this set and sort of deconstruct it and put it in our deep sea area, because there's a lot of great parts in there to create interesting plant life, like aquatic plant life and coral reef, of course. So we could use the set to come up with, you know, some interesting corals and stuff like that for our own deep sea area, and then maybe we could order more parts to create more of it. Now, I would be very interested in seeing the parts list for this set and parting it out and seeing how much these parts actually go for, like the purple chef hats, and if they're even available. I bet you a lot of these are recolors and they're only being issued in this set at this particular time. So that's probably why the price of it is a little bit higher as well. But either way, I'm in agreement with everyone in the community that this set is very expensive for what it is. And once again, I think it is a niche product that appeals to, you know, a certain demographic, and I think that demographic is going to buy it no matter what. If you're a fan of it, I think you're going to get it. But if you're not, then you're not going to. And if it was $50 or $100 cheaper, then you probably still wouldn't get it anyway. Cool set, really well executed. I think it's got a lot of positives. But a Finding Nemo fish tank would have been really cool as well. Just wanted to share my thoughts with you about this set. It's really cool seeing it be revealed in Billund, Denmark. That was super cool. Seeing sets for the first time, it always has that like wow factor. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Please don't like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Bye for now.